Tourism showcases East Africa's natural wealth, creating jobs and sustaining communities. Our lakes and landscapes are as valuable as our factories and ports.
Hi, Mr. James.
Hi, Ruth. How are you doing? I'm all right.
Welcome to Uganda.
Asante?
So we're going to talk about also international guidance with the state.
Okay.
What is done with the lake? What makes Naaivasha a unique destination? What is it that makes it different from the other places?
I think there are several things that make you Naaivasha quite unique. One is the people, the warm, friendly people that the tourists who come to East Africa and come to Kenya have been accustomed to actually are in Naaivasha. So people feel very welcome, feel at home, and that makes them a lot more comfortable. Location is also another one. Naaivasha is located in the middle of the Great Rift Valley. It's quite accessible to Nairobi, about an hour, 45 minutes, 2 hours from the capital city, and also other cities within Kenya. It has good infrastructure. The road network is easy to come by. Some do actually come in by flight, but for the most part, traffic into Naaivasha is through the roads. It also has very beautiful attractions. Naaivasha has a mountain. It has several ranges. It has 3 lakes, which obviously is a lot to see in just a small piece of place. It also has a lot of other economic activities, such as agriculture. Naaivasha is very big in floriculture, which is the flower business. And 50% of all the cut flowers that go into Europe actually come from Naaivasha. It's also quite big in agriculture and cattle farming, be it beef or milk. And it's also very big in geothermal extraction of renewable energy, and that's a big part for Kenya. So there's a lot going on in Naaivasha and in the area around it. Yeah, that's enough to keep everybody out there for a while. Yeah.
How does tourism support local jobs and
Okay, in Naaivasha and to a large extent in Kenya, tourism is one of the big economic drivers, and as such provides employment to quite a number of people directly. So there are a lot of people who are employed in the many hotels and tourist attractions and facilities, and people are able to get, automatic employment directly. Indirectly, tourism is actually supported by very many industries. One of them being transport. So people have to get there. So the transport industry, be it the tour vans, personal vehicles, there are a lot of people that are employed to just bring tourists, be they domestic or local, out and in. The tourists, when they come in, have to eat. So the farming community has a large part to play in making sure that the people are well fed. You've also got auxiliary industries like banking, insurance, and many others. So it's quite interconnected, and a lot of people are actually dependent on the tourism industry. That's there. Yeah.
Okay. And then the importance of preserving the of the area. What's the importance of the vast Naaivasha area?
I think there are several reasons why. One of them that comes to mind is at a personal level for everyone. Hopefully we can leave this world better than we found it. So whatever we found, if we can do our part to keep it better for the next generation, we'll have done our part. The other one is economic. A lot of people depend on the natural resources that are available in Naaivasha. So were something to happen to them, then a lot of people's livelihoods could be affected. So that's a very big driver and motivation. The other one is ecological. For instance, Lake Naaivasha is home to about 300 different bird species, as well as other fauna and flora that actually are unique to the lake. So we owe it to ourselves to ensure that we are doing our part to ensure that those can continue. Naaivasha is actually a Ramsar site, and one of the few Ramsar sites in Kenya. And what that is it's a wetland of international importance. So not only is that wetland and lake and all the natural resources important to Kenya, but they're also important to the international community. Lake Naaivasha itself is a freshwater lake. So as such, it provides a lot of water to a lot of the farmers that are in the industry. It also provides a lot of water to the residents and inhabitants of Naaivasha. And so making sure that it's protected and free of pollution is important not only to the life of the lake, but also to the human and animal population around it. We ourselves in Naaivasha are next to the lake, and as such have to do our part to ensure that we are using water responsibly. We are recycling the water and also using rainwater harvesting and other forms of reduction on sustainability for the well-being of the natural resources that we have. Yeah.
And then how does Naaivasha incorporate local culture and heritage into the guest experience?
Okay, Enashipai is a local Maasai word that means a place of happiness. Naaivasha itself is also a Maasai word that means rough waters. So as we were developing our brand, we took a lot of cognizance on where we were and the people of the Rift Valley. And as such, quite a number of elements like our colors, our earth tone colors, very reminiscent of the Maasai culture. We've also integrated a lot of Maasai and the local culture into our architecture, into our rooms and some of the features that are there. It permeates into how we name our restaurants, our meeting rooms. So there's a lot of Maasai words that have also been used. We offer a lot of local foods in our cuisine. Our dress, our uniform for our staff also borrows a lot from the natural colors and also from the Maasai culture. So there's a lot that, that happens. We actually have the first privately registered museum in Kenya that not only documents the Maasai and the culture of the Rift Valley, but also celebrates the culture and ensures that we can teach as many people as possible about the culture and how they can appreciate it. Yeah.
Okay. And then what role does culture tourism play in preserving traditions and visibility?
I think culture plays a big part. In our case in Naaivasha, where quite a lot of different ethnic communities are involved, tourism plays a big part in that when the tourists do come to Naaivasha, they are able to showcase cultural dances, not just of Maasai, but of some of the other local ethnic communities that are there. They are also able to interact with some of the women who can showcase some of their beadwork and some of the artistry that they do. And that, in a way, can also help for the tourists to be able to take something back home. So culture is being monetized a lot more nowadays in our African setting. So the more people appreciate that they have a culture that means something and they can actually get some economic value from it, then the more they're able to drive it and the more they're able to preserve it. Yeah.
Okay. And then how can East Africa better promote culture richness as part of tourism identity, your wildlife experience?
Okay. I think East Africa has a huge opportunity. If you just think about the three East African countries, Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, we have over 200 ethnic tribes or thereabouts just within there. So in terms of diversity of culture, there's a lot that can be showcased. And then when you extend it beyond those three countries to the other East African community, then you're talking close to 450 million people and a lot more culture that can come up. So what you're seeing in some of the capital cities like Kampala, the nightlife is something that has taken a shape of its own, and people are actually coming to enjoy the nightlife in some of the East African cities. Nairobi has a lot of food that is coming up in terms of different cuisines. Tanzania is blessed with quite a lot of, African music. There's bongo music that's coming up, and quite a number of East African artists are actually showcasing themselves on the world stage. Fashion is another area where East Africa and Africans are coming up. So with all these opportunities out there, East African community, and East African governments have a responsibility to their people. One, to provide awareness of the different cultures that are available, and also to provide conducive infrastructure, such as roads, security, medical facilities, that make it easy for their own citizens to travel, but also for other citizens in other countries to come in and also be part of it, and hopefully the gains can be picked up from there. So there's a lot of opportunity. I think we're just scratching the surface. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
I'm excited that
Okay.
that's it for now.
Okay. Not a problem. Thank you very much.